Hello, everyone, and welcome back to This Week in Solar, your roundup of the biggest stories in solar energy that we do every Friday in 5 minutes or less. I'm Aaron Nichols, the Research and Policy Specialist here at Exact Solar in Newtown, Pennsylvania. And our first story today is the one on everyone's minds that has the clean energy industry holding its breath. House Republicans passed a draft budget bill that would roll back the clean energy tax credits that were established under the Inflation Reduction Act. The bill includes the following provisions. It would end the residential solar tax credit 25D on December 31st, 2025, at the end of this year. It would phase down the tech neutral credits, sections 48E and 45Y, starting in 2029 and ending by 2032. It would end the manufacturing credit 45X after 2031. It eliminates tax credit transferability 2 years after it goes into effect. It shifts eligibility for commercial projects and the tax credits from start of construction to when placed in service. It imposes sourcing restrictions tied to foreign entities of concern, or FEOC, that would make 45X very difficult to claim. It allocates $2 billion to the Strategic Petroleum Reserve, and it proposes permitting changes to streamline fossil fuel projects. According to the Department of the Treasury and third-party tracking, the Inflation Reduction Act has supported $321 billion in completed clean energy investments and $522 billion in projects still underway. Some Senate Republicans have raised concerns about the House bill. Senator Kevin Cramer has argued that the 2029 phase-out timeline is too short for technologies like advanced nuclear and geothermal. Senator Shelley Moore Capito has called the House proposal a blanket repeal of the IRA. And Senator John Hoeven has referred to the House bill as a starting point. The bill is scheduled for a full House vote before Memorial Day. The Senate is expected to write its own version of the bill. Any Senate changes would require another vote in the House. Our second story today. According to data from the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission, solar was the largest source of U.S. electricity generating capacity for the 19th consecutive month as of March 2025. In March, 31 new utility scale solar projects totaling 446 megawatts were placed into service. In the first quarter of 2025, solar and wind accounted for 7,076 megawatts, or 97.8% of all new capacity. Natural gas added only 147 megawatts, or just 2% of new capacity, and oil added 11 megawatts, or 0.2%. Solar alone represented 66.6% of new capacity in March, 72.3% for the first quarter of the year. As of March, solar accounts for 10.7% of total U.S. utility scale capacity. With small scale solar included, solar's total share is almost 20%. And our last story today. The Texas Senate passed Senate Bill 715, which would require solar projects to purchase backup power or face financial penalties. The key provisions. It applies to both new and existing solar projects. It requires backup power via battery storage or natural gas, and it imposes fines on projects that do not comply with these regulations. According to the Texas Association of Business, the bill could increase electricity costs by $5.2 billion for people across Texas annually, and the average consumer could pay $225 more per year. Two other bills targeting renewables have also passed in the Texas Senate. Senate Bill 388 would require 1 megawatt of new natural gas for every 1 megawatt of new renewable energy. And Senate Bill 819 would restrict landowners from leasing property to solar or wind developers. The House has not yet voted on any of the three bills. The legislative session ends in June. And as always, if you liked what you heard and you want to do some deeper dives, the links to all of the sources where we got this information are in today's Substack email. If you're watching on YouTube, please join our Substack. It's in the link below. And if you are reading on Substack, the links to all the stories we used as sources are in today's email. So thank you very much. We'll see you next week.